What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm back. I know I've been gone for quite some times, but I'm back. I just want to say what's up. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. Welcome back to another episode of LaVar Walker Daily Show podcast. Shit, I'm back like I've never been gone. And in between being gone, so much shit has transpired. Kanye spazzing the fuck out. Mike Epps mad at motherfucking Kevin Hart. Shit is going crazy. Shit is crazy. And, you know, I need to apologize to y'all because I haven't been talking on here. But I put in so much work on this podcast earlier. Like, it's over 130 episodes, which is like I think we had episode 130 today. Which is, you know, I haven't been doing this podcast a year, so that's about 2 years worth of work if I was doing this weekly. But it is a daily podcast, so my promise is to keep this thing going, man. So let me tell you a little bit about my day yesterday. Yesterday went with the family. We had dinner. Went to our favorite spot, Houston's, where we had the Hawaiian ribeye steak. It's me and my wife's favorite. Hawaiian ribeye steak with a loaded baked potato. And I had me a nice glass of a Grand Marnier neat. And that is the drink of the man's man. That's the man's drink. And for whatever reason, when I drink that shit, it makes me feel rich. So let's just move right along. So I've been seeing shit. I saw that Mike Epps interview when he was going in rambling about Kevin Hart. And what I got from that interview was that the shit made absolutely no sense. And I detect jealousy. Just mad. It's just people are mad at a man for being successful. I don't understand that shit. Like, there's no reason to be mad at Kevin. And, you know, for Cat or Mike. Because the thing to me that I feel strongly in my heart is that, I mean, shit, Kevin has been doing comedy since the 90s. Like, when both of them niggas was hot, they wasn't reaching back. They wasn't fucking with this nigga, mentioning this nigga's name. So it's very difficult for them to say all of a sudden, he didn't do nothing. The man didn't do nothing but be successful. And I'm not even saying that shit from a biased perspective. I'm just not. I think, and then too, and I've said this in previous podcasts, the thing about entertainment is everybody not gonna make it. You know what I mean? Everybody, like every fucking body can't make it. That's why we're so infatuated with celebrities and fame and shit like that. Is because everybody's just not going to make it to that certain level. But it's okay because you have to be thankful for your own blessings. And those two guys have had incredible careers. Incredible fucking careers. Whenever you could do this shit and make you $100,000 a month, $30,000 a month, $10,000 a month doing this shit, you are winning. Nigga, $100 a month to tell some motherfucking jokes, you're winning. Trust me, I know. And you know, we all kind of get to a point where, you know, we don't want to just look at what we have going on and we looking into that other lane. Whenever you take your eyes off the road and you looking at the guy in that other lane, you crash the car, you know? So it's fucked up. And I'm moving right along, this Kanye West thing. He's back showing his antics again. And a lot of people hit me up, man, you got to do a video about Kanye. Because y'all know I do my Instagram videos. And I'm going to say this. Now, I watched this video several times of him meeting with Donald Trump. And I'm going to say that a lot of the shit he said didn't make sense. Like the MAGA hat making him feel like Superman, Trump being some type of father figure. Just a lot of rambling. But in that rambling, I had to go in and decode. And I mean, he said some things. He spoke on some good topics. You know what I'm saying? Related to black folks, as far as prison reform, education reform, bringing jobs back from Adidas to, you know what I mean? Adidas plants to Chicago and shit like that. And what really trumped it all, you know, you could say, that's funny, literally trumped all that shit, was the nigga talked about freeing Larry Hoover. Now, a lot of niggas look at Kanye as a big ass sellout or some shit like that. But I think that he's doing all this shit. Yeah, is it to get attention? Of course it is. But he's doing all this shit to challenge conventional thought and conventional wisdom. He's doing this to say, yo, I don't just have to be a motherfucking Democrat just because I'm black. I think it's more of a challenge of thought and just breaking out of a monolithic or dogmatic way of thinking. And if you notice, he uses a lot of universal laws and chanting, telling you he's Jobs, telling you he's gay, telling you he's Walt Disney. He does that shit quite often, and he just challenges those conventional thoughts. And then you have to ask yourself this, right? Like, Trump is a piece of shit, but is it so are we just mad because this nigga met with him? I mean, Trump is a piece of shit. He's a lying piece of shit all day long. But are we mad at Kanye for meeting with this man? Just for having a meeting, is that what we upset about? What are we really upset about? And then furthermore, this nigga's an entertainer. Why do we care so much about what the fuck an entertainer got to say? He's an entertainer. Even though he has a huge platform, why the fuck do we care? This nigga makes music and sneakers, and we are more concerned with what this nigga got to say than anybody. Right now, the world is fucking coming to an end with this global warming and climate change shit, and we more caught up in Kanye. Like, people have been more caught up in what Kanye got to say and what comedians have to say, and literally crucifying those people just for their thoughts. And these motherfuckers ain't the president. They give entertainers and shit more slack for saying shit and speaking their mind than they do their own goddamn president, especially as a comedian. I see this shit. I see it. You can't, like, if I say some shit, man, motherfuckers come at me crazy on the joint. And I'm like, yo, I'm just a comedian. I'm a fucking clown. You really want to listen to me and believe half the shit I say? No. I'm the last. A comedian should be the last motherfucker you want to listen to. The last person. Because we doing a lot of shit for shock. We don't give a fuck. So, sorry about that. I got interrupted. A call came in. But like I was saying, so we can't put all our faith in entertainers and trying to fucking rally up the troops because we don't agree with what a fucking entertainer has to say. That's like not agreeing with the person that comes to the birthday party dressed up as Spider-Man. Do you give a fuck about his political views? No, you don't. So we have to stop that, and we have to open our minds, and we have to look at this goddamn global warming that's coming. They talk about the way the planet is heating up. By the year 2030, we gonna fuck around and all be dead anyway. And I want you to Google that, like, you know what I mean? Don't just take my word for Google the shit and watch what's happening. And we on a court, like, it's a domino effect. I think at this point it's inevitable and we can't turn back. I mean, because that's less than 15 years away. So you're looking at what's happening is the global temperature is rising. And if that shit rises another 2 degrees, polar ice caps will melt, raising the sea level. And as the sea level raises, carbon will be emitted even more. As the carbon gases are emitted and they begin to further deplete the ozone layer, we're going to have a carbon dioxide gas that surrounds the earth. And what that gas will do is trap the fucking heat of the sun. So the sun will beam down on earth. The gas will trap that heat. That heat will radiate back down on earth, further heating up our climate to the point of mass destruction, food loss, shortages, deficits, and the planet heating up so fucking bad to the point where now it's raining sulfuric acid and life as we know it will no longer be. And that's why these white folks are building motherfucking rocket ships to get the fuck out of here while we are complaining and whining. They are making ships to fly the fuck out of here. They will be gone. They should hit Mars in the next 2 years and begin to colonize that planet. And you know what's so crazy that I think, like, you know, with all these other planets, like they at Mars and they're saying that there's no life on that motherfucker. I don't like that. That's kind of weird to me. Like, it's just a fucking rock. Like, we the only life floating out here. It's just so hard for me to believe that shit. So I had a theory like, well, maybe we had inhabited all these planets millions and millions of years ago and somehow built the technology and died, and we just keep doing it over and over again. So maybe Mars will be, you know, the new destination of the new Earth, because they done found water on the motherfucker somehow. I don't know how, but they say it's water on that bitch. So once they get up there and start building and digging trenches and doing all this shit they got to do, then I guess we can go up there and start to colonize. But I'm pretty sure that it's a nigga up there right now on the planet digging and doing what he got to do. But I'm going to leave you guys on that note. And before I go, as I always do, let me tell you what I'm thankful for, man. Just thankful today. I got a positive outlook. I was down the last couple weeks. That's why y'all hadn't heard from me. But I got a positive outlook. I'm doing some reverse engineering. And what I mean by that is I'm looking at the end result of the goals that I'm attempting to accomplish. I'm looking at that end result and I'm reverse engineering from that point. You see what I'm saying? Meaning, you know, I know what I want. What will it take to get there? So I'm kind of reverse engineering. So just thankful, man, to be here with my family, healthy family, the love of my son, my wife, my mom, my dad, my wife's parents, their health, their wealth, and everything and all in between. So this has been another episode of LaVar Walker Daily Podcast Show. Please tune in tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. And we'll have this talk again. So I'm going to see y'all in a minute. We'll see you in a minute. And can't wait to talk to you again. I'm out.